Oh, new chapter. Negotiate solution. He runs with all of his strength through an empty wilderness. A wasteland with no living thing in sight. He runs through a charnel field of death. The dense fog sticks to his body. He flings off the gas mask he is wearing and covers his pale face with his hands. What is happening? He has escaped from a mountain of corpses. From that massive pile of unmoving bodies. Oh, this is a flashback. Unable to remain on his feet, he crashes to his knees. The scene is burned into his mind. A small child reaching out for help, then dying on the spot, is nothing less than hell. And the person responsible for that hell is none other than himself. He feels that his mind will break, faced with the truth that he cannot escape. He continues to scream until the rain that begins to fall drowns out every trace of his voice. As it starts raining. Here, IRL. Fucking what? Too meta, dude. He bolts upright in his bed, his hands clenching his sweat-soaked sheets. His heart is hammering, seeming to echo loudly in the silence. He presses tightly against his chest and squeezes out a gasping statement. Dude, calm down. Everyone makes mistakes, and it's probably not like you wanted to do anything bad. I assume you were forced to do it by the government, so I'm not gonna hold it against you. Just saying. A blue sky fills the window outside. Morning light lances between the clouds and caresses my face. Then he turns away. It's such a nice day. It's been about a week since the vampire Delacroix II joined us at the mansion. Even so, being on a kill or be killed basis with him, and we have yet to fully warm up to each other. Naturally, it isn't easy for our hearts and minds to close this gap between us. For now, the fact that he has stopped attacking innocent, unrelated people has been an adequate improvement for us. Cece, let's go to breakfast. Cece responds with enthusiasm. Later, Saint Germain has been helping us with the living expenses for the past few days. However, this is only temporary, and we are all determined to find a source of income. We all have our own ideas how to overcome this financial dilemma, like spending less or finding practical work. Maybe I can start a side job at home to help everyone out. I have ideas about this, but because I have to wear gloves, I'm discouraged, and I won't be able to do any detailed work. I touch my chest without thinking about it. The horologium. It acts as my heart and makes me a monster. Someday, will I be able to rid my body of that poison that flows through it? I can still vividly remember the words: malice, hatred, hostility, and fear. I was attacked in the past by words that cut as sharp as knives, but emotions that penetrated as deeply as any bullet. Thanks, dog. Cece barks and I return to the present. He's looking up in my face as if he's concerned about me. No, I'm fine, let's go. He barks heartily at this, making me smile despite how I feel at that moment.
今日の食事もとても美味しいですね、インピ。
そりゃよかった。でも保存食ばっかじゃさすがにレパートリーがな。
おや、この出来に納得いかないと？十分飽きのこない食事になっていると思いますけどね。
それじゃあ俺が納得できないの。天才料理人としてはやっぱバラエティ豊かに展開していきたいじゃないの。
いつの間に天才料理人に？
Chef engineer, same thing, buddy.
天才技師だったはずですがね。
I really enjoy the meals you make for us, MP.
うん、ありがとう。でもね、飽きられた後に工夫するのは二流。飽きられる前に工夫するのが一流なのさ。
I see, what do you think, Van Helsing? I look over to him and see that he hasn't touched much of his meal. Van Helsing, aren't you hungry?
気にするな。ここんとこあんま食べてなくね？何？味が合わなくなった？やっぱ飽きが来ちゃった感じ？い
や、十分に美味だ。相変わらずお前が作ってるとは思えないほどの
Still
繊細な
moping.
味わいだな。
それ褒めてんの？
Both?
当然だ。これ以上ない称賛のつもりだ。
食欲減退はドラクロワ2世がこの屋敷に滞在するようになってからですか。やはり彼が気になりますか？
He looks away without another word. I can't help but clamp my mouth shut. I can't jump into whatever issues are between Van Helsing and Delacroix. Was it a mistake to invite the young vampire to our house without thinking about it?
彼は今朝も食事には見えていませんし、体調が少し心配になりますね。
He seems to be eating. The plates I take up to his room are always cleaned off. I'm planning to take this morning's meal to his room again.
そうでしたか。それは何よりです。よかったですね、バン。
なんだ、私は何も言ってないぞ。
それはそれとしてフランずーっと黙り込んじゃってるけどどうした？なんかすげえ顔怖いし。
僕
Clearly.
僕は何も。
You do seem down, Victor.
そうかな。そんな風に見せていたならごめん。特に具合が悪いわけじゃないんだ。うん。
Victor smiles while he says this, but he still seems to be a little out of it.
そういえばルパンもいろいろと飛び回っているようですね。ここ最近あまり姿を見かけませんし、皆が食卓に揃う機会がうまく噛み合いませんね。
Now that I mention it, everyone has been busy with their own things, or has some sort of reason to be by themselves. I think the last time we were all present for a meal was before we started chasing Delacroix. Yeah, a lot of things have changed since then.
よし、わかった。今夜はインピーさんがごちそうを作る。
Why?
そりゃあみんなの英気を養うためだよ。うまい飯を腹いっぱい食えば元気になれるもんだからね。
ごちそうですか。なるほど。 いい案かもしれません。
料理か。うん。鬱憤を晴らすにはちょうどいいかもしれん。インピ、私にも料理を作らせろ。
No.
いや、そりゃいいけどさ、料理で鬱憤晴らすとか、ちゃんと食べられるもの作ってくれよ。
私を誰だと思っている？万事抜かりはない。
I'm sure.
任せろ。
Here's a grilled cheese. I spent all day on it.
へえ、彼女から聞いてはいたけど、バンって本当に料理が好きだったんだね。なんだか意外だよ。
I'm looking forward to trying out dishes from both of you. Impy's sudden suggestion has cleared up the gloomy air surrounding the dining table, and a peaceful atmosphere comes in.
そんでさ、ドラちゃんも呼んで盛大にやろうぜ。
Impy mentions an unfamiliar name. Who's Deli?
ドラクロワ2世のこと、名前長くて舌噛みそうだからさ、ドラちゃんでい
I'd
いか
prefer
なっ
to say
て。
Dracula. Deli. I tried out. It is much easier to say than calling him Delacroix II all the time.
ドラちゃんですか。私はいいと思いますよ、その相性。ただ、本人がそれを気に入るか
I
は
doubt it.
別の話ですけれどね。
Something, honor, respect, blah, blah, blah. Yes, if Deli says it's okay, I think I'll start calling him that. I'll just call him
しかし
Dracula.
お前は先ほどごちそうと言ったが、それを作るための素材はあるのか？私たちの財政は相変わらず厳しい。先立つものがなければ満足な品を用意できんぞ。
True.
せちがらいね。
金の心配ならしなくていいぜ。
Where the hell do you come from? We turn around at the sudden comment. Oh, hello, Lupin.
ようみんな、ずいぶんとしけた面してんな。
ルパン、どこにいてたんだい？ここ数日の外出先、誰も知らなかったからみんな心配してたよ。
Just do my own
いろい
thing.
ろとな。目的も言わずに消えてたわびってわけじゃねえが、こいつは今後の活動資金な。
Lupin turns a heavy-looking bag over the table and a mountain of bills falls out. Nice rob.
ルパン、これどうしたの？
おやおや、これはまた凄まじい額ですね。
ふん、ちょっとした手間賃ってやつさ。
手間賃にしちゃお前これ。
I don't really have a good grasp of money yet, but is this much enough to solve our troubles?
困るも困らないも、こんだけあれば飛行船だって買えちゃうぜ。
An airship. I have no idea how much one of those would cost, but if MP is this excited about it, they probably are very valuable. And our money problems are over?
あ
I see, that's great news. But, Lupin, this money, did you come by it honestly? As honest as possible.
当然ですともお嬢さん。アルセーヌ・ルパンの正義に誓って。
He smiles at me while he says this.
それに贅沢するために取ってきた金ってわけじゃねえし、これからは計画的に使っていこうぜ。
別にお前がどこから金を取ってこようと責めるつもりなど毛頭ないが、この金額よほどの相手だったのか。
ま、そういうことだな。よほどの悪党様がたんまり持ってたんでね。
悪党ってそいつどんだけ悪いことしてたんだよ。後で報復とかねえだろうな。
雑魚相手にそんなヘマしねえよ。それにその悪党に関してはきちんと報告するべきやつがいるんでな。ドラクロワ2世のやつどこにいるか知らないか？
In his room somewhere. I think Deli's in his room.
部屋にいなかったから聞いてんだよ。なんだ弱ったな。一体どこ行って。あ、トラちゃん。
Impy came up with that nickname.
いいんじゃねえの、子供らしくて。まあいねえならしょうがねえ。ちょっとその辺探してくるわ。
I'll help. I was going to take some breakfast to him. I'd already finished my own meal long before, so I stand and thank Impy for cooking it. As I'm clearing my plate, Saint Germain calls out to me.
ああ、そうだ。カルディアさん、今日の午後は空いていますか？
Today I have time.
では、買い物に付き合っていただけませんか？今日の食事のために良い食材を揃えようかと思いまして。どのみち一度は屋敷を離れなければいけませんし、どうでしょうか。
Helping him shop. That sounds like something I can do. Alright, I'll come with you. I make plans for later with Saint Germain. Then Lupin and I split up to search for Deli. I knock on the door to the boys' room. There's no response. As Lupin said, he is not in this room. He doesn't seem to have returned either. The door is unlocked, but Saint Germain told me that it's rude to enter people's rooms without permission. No shit. While I was going through training, the Count taught me how to act like a proper lady while we walked around London. Going in without permission would be bad, so don't go in. I need to put his teachings in actions. I nod to myself and get ready to leave. Get ready to leave. Maybe I should leave the food here. Perhaps Deli will come back while we're looking elsewhere. I decide to leave his breakfast by the door. Perfect. I gently place the tray next to the door so that it won't spill and head off. I wonder where he went. Saint Germain's mansion is very big. Even if they were in the same building, it's difficult to find someone here. Perhaps he's wandering aimlessly through the halls like I used to. I hope his breakfast doesn't get cold. Impy made such a delicious meal, so it would be best if he could eat it hot. As I'm thinking this,
こらよさるか。
I hear Deli's voice. I go over to a nearby window.
だからやめろと言っているだろう。くすぐったいってば。
Cece is playing with Deli.
顔そんなに舐めるでないこの
He looks like he's having fun. I look away and sigh softly. I'm glad. Deli is able to laugh. I don't know how, but somehow this makes me feel like that things will turn out all right. And suddenly I remember the time I laughed and how everyone paid attention to me for it. Maybe they all felt like I do now. I keep this thought in mind and head over to the garden filled with strange joy.
よしいいだろうお前を世の配下にしてやるぞどうだ光栄だろうほうほう素直に従うとはお前はなかなか見どころがあるならば闇の軍勢の第1号の座お前にくれてやろうではないか
Army of Darkness? He jumps back at the sound of my voice and takes a fighting stance. I'm glad that the vampire meme isn't like full on in effect, where you need to have like, you know, no sunlight. But this is pretty much how talking to him always goes, so it doesn't faze me anymore.
何の用だ
I see you and Cece have become friends?
お前には関係のないことだでもそうかこのものはシシイというのか
Yes, Impy named him.
インピああ、
God.
最も知性が低そうな赤い髪の男かなんということだあれが名付け親とは
Impy is actually pretty impressive, but so many people underestimate him.
時にこのシシイとやらの足はなぜこのような機械式になっているのだ
It's because someone hurt him before Impy found him. Impy built him that leg so he could walk normally. Deli looks sadly at
こ
Cece.
のような
Cece.
弱き命にまで手を挙げるとはやはり人間という生き物はクズだ
The humans have given Cece a new home and are taking care of him now. Who's fucking vampires that beat him up? I think that there are many different kinds of people. Not all of them are bad.
それでお前は何をしに来た
I didn't want you to get hungry, so I brought breakfast to your room, but you weren't in, so...
朝食そうかわかった
Yes. He was laughing so easily earlier, but his voice stiffens when talking with us. There's nothing I can do about it, but it makes me angry somehow.
お、いたいた探したんだぜ
Lupin appears, breaking the silence.
お前に土産があってな
土産だと何も持っていないではないか
おっと
Lupin takes a large square of cloth from a pocket and lays it on the ground. He slowly pinches it and lifts it up. And now there's a small suitcase sitting where the cloth had been. Magic trick, bitch.
お前魔法が使えるのか
You could say that.
残念ながら私はただの泥棒紳士。種も
Deli looks at him, his eyes wide as Lupin opens the
お次
suitcase.
は中身にご注目。きっと驚くぜ。
It's a fucking person. Deli turns his attention to the suitcase, sounding offended by Lupin's attitude. Inside the suitcase is
それは余が取り返す予定だった吸血鬼一族の財宝ではないか。
oh, it's just the auction people. The case is filled with beautiful pieces of artwork and gems, all packed in next to
お
one
前
another.
が持っていたのか。返せ。それは我ら一族のものだ。
はいはい分かってる分かってる。お前のために盗んできたんだからよ。
盗んだ？
Lupin shrugs and pushes the suitcase towards the boy. Deli accepts and looks back at Lupin, seemingly in shock.
俺は自分のために盗みはやらねえ。人のためにやる。お前のお宝の所有者を見つけて、ちょちょいと調べてみりゃ、どいつもこいつも悪どい金儲けばっかして
Of
るや
course
つだ
they
よ
were.。
盗んでやるのも痛快だったぜ。
What do you mean? They're selling fucking artifacts and war relics. Of course it's dirty money. They don't go to the
どういう
police.
つもりだ。世に出せるような報酬は何もないぞ。
Think nothing of it, young one. Even as he says this, he pushes the suitcase behind him with one foot, as if it truly is important to him.
そんなにビビんなくても取ったりしねえよ。それに報酬ならもうたんまりもらってる。
Oh, that handling fee you mentioned.
イエスそのとどうだいドラクロワ2世様。こいつが本当の怪盗の手際ってやつよ。
Well, I'm sure he wanted to make a flash of it anyways. Lupin spins once and gives the boy a graceful bow.
礼は言わぬぞ。
でならこっちが言いたいくらいだ。おかげで俺は俺の正義を曲げることなく大金を手に入れることができたんだからな。
Ethical borrowing. I'm holding the money for him. I see, so it's Deli who's to thank for getting you to take action.
待て。今お前の言ったドラちゃんというのはまさか世のことではなかろうな。
ドラクロワ2世って長いからな。いいじゃねえか。バカにしてるわけじゃねえし。親愛への第一歩ってやつだよ。
Look, the full name is actually a fucking mouthful, though. You have a middle name? You don't like it?
そんなの当然。
Suddenly, Deli's stomach rumbles. Doesn't like it, I'll still call him that. I left some breakfast by the door to your room if you want it.
朝食などいらぬ。
Okay. Deli starts running back to the mansion, then turns back to us.
礼は言わぬ。決して恩にも感じぬからな。
Lupin shrugs as we watch Deli run off. Lupin, thank you.
なんだよ急に。お前が感謝するとこじゃねえだろ。
I'm just speaking on Deli's behalf. Lupin smiles and walks back to the mansion. I turn to Cece, who is laying down quietly. Cece, do you want to go see Deli with me? Okay. Cece wags his tail and looks at me. I'm happy you've made a new friend. Cece barks energetically.